Sheldon here with S&S Horseshoeing. Today we've got a horse with a heel bulb laceration. These pictures are from 2 weeks ago when it came in, when it first happened. The last 2 weeks the foot's been in a cast, and today we'll be taking the cast off. The vet and I decided that a bar shoe would be the best choice of a shoe to stabilize the foot. And now I'll show you how I went about making the handmade bar shoe and getting it fit to the foot. So I start off by cutting a piece of bar stock. It's a specific length. The day before I went and measured the foot that wasn't in a cast to get an estimate of the size of the foot, so I know how long to cut my piece of bar stock. Here you can see I'm getting it shaped up, getting the bar of my shoe started. There I'm bumping some material into it, getting it to be the right size for the foot that I need. I know in the back of my head that the back of the foot, or the bar of the shoe, has to be 3 inches long, so I'm keeping that in mind the whole time I'm doing it. Right here I'm putting a specific hind shape into this shoe. Again, I've got a mental image of what the foot looks like. Just getting some final touch up there, getting my bar put together, getting ready for a weld. Now I'm getting it fluxed up, which helps get the impurities out of the weld, which makes it possible for the weld to stick together. Here you'd think you'd really want to lay into it and hit it with all you got to get that weld to stick together, but actually you want to kind of be kind to it and tap on it real nice and kind of knead that weld together. There I'm getting the little frog plate there welded together and getting the back of the bar, get all the creases out of the weld. You always got to keep the metal clean, get the slag brushed off. I'm getting it ready for the next weld, getting some more flux put on there, getting it back up to a welding heat. Again, just kneading it in there real nice soft taps, getting every little aspect of the weld welded together real nice. And always keeping it clean the whole time I'm going about. You can actually see me using the horn of the anvil there to weld that frog plate. And my hammer on the back of the bar to get the back of the weld on the back of the bar finished up. So this step here is called creasing or fullering, kind of depending on where you're from. When you buy a shoe from the store, they already come with a fuller in them, but because we're making it from scratch, we gotta put every aspect of the shoe into the shoe. This step actually takes quite a bit of practice to be able to get your fuller to go down the middle of your shoe. And actually you don't want to go down the middle, you want at the toe to be a little more coarse, and then at the heel to kind of thin out. Here I'm using a T-square to get my nail holes lined up. If you notice, I'm leaving a little more space between the first and second nail hole as compared to the third and fourth, so I can put some quarter clips in there if I decide to. Now I'm punching the nail holes. This head stamp is specific to the size and style of nails I'll be using. Also, I'm putting a little more pitch on the toenails. This one's a little more straight, and this one's almost straight up and down, which is comparable to the pitch of the hoof wall. Now this step is called pritcheling. Basically I'm punching out the little piece of metal that is in the bottom of the nail hole. Now I'm using a back punch to get any debris out of the nail holes. That would keep the nails from sinking down in there nice. I've finished up what I can do here, and now I'll go meet up with the vet. Here the vet's using a cast saw to get that cast off of the foot. You guys can only imagine what that smells like if you've ever gotten a cast taken off. Now they're pulling the stitches out, and you can see how nice it's healed up to this point. Remember what it looked like 2 weeks ago when it went into the cast? After I get the foot trimmed up, I kind of sized up the shoe to the foot. Saw that I needed to make some minor adjustments, which is what I'm doing right here. didn't have as prominent quarters as I remembered, so just bringing those in a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull some clips like I had talked about earlier. And this part takes some technique. It's not just bend over a little piece of metal and smash it flat. Your body position, the way you swing your hammer, tongue position, it's all important. And you have to bend the clips over so they match the angle of the hoof wall. Now I'll go hot fit the shoe to the foot, which helps get the foot flat to the shoe and also burns the clips in flush with the hoof wall. People always ask if this hurts the horse, and it doesn't. It's kind of like most things in life. If you do it wrong, it's probably going to hurt because it'll burn too far up in the foot and hurt the horse. But when done right, it makes a better shoeing job. And if you want more information on these final steps of the shoeing process, you can go to my channel and find the videos that I talk about that. But I thought I'd like to take this time and explain why we used a bar shoe in this situation. Heel bulb lacerations are real hard to get to heal up. It's like when you get a cut on the crease of your hand or something. Every time you move it, you break it back open. And so the heels move independently. So a bar shoe, you're stabilizing those heels so they don't move as much, inhibiting that movement and letting the laceration heal back up. You can see how nice they already got it to heal up by putting it in the cast and inhibiting the movement there, but this is just kind of the next step so the horse can go home. This is our final product. And this is what he looked like with his final bandage on, so he could go home and finish healing.